On this episode of Camp Outside, we take a look at campsites 18, 19, 20, and 22 in the RV campground at Goose Creek State Park in Washington, North Carolina. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. So today on Camp Outside, we're going to take a look at some of the campsites in the RV campground at Goose Creek State Park in Washington, North Carolina. Goose Creek State Park is a fantastic state park with lots to see and do. It's right on the Pamlico River. There's a boat ramp at Dina's Landing where you can launch a boat if you want and go fishing. There are amazing hiking trails and lots of neat things. There's a great boardwalk through a swamp. We really enjoyed our time at Goose Creek State Park. If you haven't yet seen my overview video of Goose Creek State Park, I'm going to put a link to that right up here or also down in the description below. You can check that out. And we also did a review of the RV campground at Goose Creek State Park. So we show you all the amenities at the campground, the restroom facilities, an example campsite, the cabins. There's 6 cabins, little camper cabins in the campground that you can rent. We show you all that stuff. So if you haven't seen our overview of the RV campground at Goose Creek State Park, check that out. I'll put a link to that right up here or down in the description below. So as I said, we had a great time. We camped in the RV campground at Goose Creek. There's also a primitive campground, so if you're looking for something that's a little more tent friendly, also you can check out that. I'll put a link to that a little bit later in the video. But like I said, we had an amazing time at Goose Creek State Park. We really enjoyed the campground. It's a phenomenal facility, but it's relatively new. And so when we reserved our site on Reserve America, there were absolutely 0 photos of the sites at Goose Creek. So we shot every empty site, and we're bringing those to you guys to make it easier for you to select a campsite when you're going camping. So with that, let's get to the campsite videos. Goose Creek State Park is located in eastern North Carolina, directly east of Greenville. It's near Washington. It's on the Pamlico River and is easily accessed by Virginia Beach and Norfolk, Raleigh-Durham, Wilmington, and Myrtle Beach. Goose Creek State Park is a big park with plenty to see and do. It has awesome hiking trails, great water access to Goose Creek and the Pamlico River. The RV campground is indicated by the red arrow. It has a number of RV sites and some camper cabins and a full service restroom. The restroom facility is indicated by the red arrow. It was a brand new building when we were there and has flush toilets, running water, hot showers, and excellent facilities. The first site we're going to take a look at in this video is site number 18, which is indicated by the red arrow. It's a back-end site on the outer side of the loop. So these sites in the outer side of the loop are fantastic. They are huge, as all the sites are in this campground, but they offer a fantastic view of the woods. They're well spaced apart so that you're not right on top of your neighbor, and the vegetation is grown up a little bit, so it kind of blocks the sight lines, which gives you a little bit of privacy when you're in your site. As you can see, when we get into the site, you'll see that the driveway is nice and level. All the sites are perfectly level. You will have no problems leveling your RVs or campers. The driveways are huge, they're wide, they're very easy to back in. The sites are equipped with 30 and 50 amp hookup. They have a sewer hookup and they have a hookup for water. And as you can see out the back of this site, offers a fantastic view of the pines and the woods in the background. It's just a beautiful site. The site is also equipped with a fire pit with grill grate, a picnic table, and a hook to hang a lantern or other gear. We used it to attach our dog uh, through a long lead. And that is a look at site number 18. That's the restroom in the distance there with a couple of cabins as well. The next site we're going to take a look at is site 19. Site 19 is on the outer edge of the loop. And like all sites, it's a back-end site. So again, another fantastic site, really large, fantastic view of the woods. So this isn't the only campground at Goose Creek State Park. There's also a primitive campground. So most of the RV and camper trailers are in this campground. Indeed, all of them are. We are not RVers, we are tent campers, but we stayed in this campground because we needed electricity. So if you need electricity, you're going to want to stay in this campground even if you are a tent camper. The primitive campground does not offer electricity. And these sites offer tons of space for pitching tents and screen houses, and if you have a cook tent or anything like that, sunshade, pop-up, whatever, these sites can handle it all. They're absolutely huge. Again, this site has water, electric, and sewer hookup. The electric is both 30 and 50 amp. There's a pop-up there in the background, as you can see. I mean, there's just plenty of room in these sites to set up whatever you need to. We also brought our boat along. We had plenty of space to park our boat. These sites are equipped with picnic tables, a fire pit with grill grate, and a hook to hang a lantern. And I really like these sites because they're not on top of each other, so you have plenty of space between them. So that's a look at site 19. The next site we're going to look at is site number 20. Site 20 is also on the outer side of the loop, and it's a back-end site. So next to this site is the trail. It's the Longleaf Trail, which is right there. You can see that gravel path. That trail does a loop around the RV campground. It's a fantastic trail. Check out our hiking video for Goose Creek State Park, and you'll see some of that trail. We really enjoyed it. And it's great to be able to just go hiking right from the campground. So that's a lot of fun. Again, this site is huge, level, plenty of places to pitch a tent, a screen house, whatever, park a boat, park an RV, park a camper trailer. If you have a long tow vehicle, it's not an issue. Water, electric, and sewer hookup, both 30 and 50 amp. Great view of the woods behind you, just fantastic view. I just love those pine trees. And it is equipped with a picnic table, a fire pit with grill grate, and a hook to hang a lantern. And you can see the little camper cabins across the way. And right across the way there is the main restroom facility, that large building. So the last site we're going to take a look at in this video is site number 22. 22 is a back-end site. It's indicated by the red arrow. It's on the outer edge of the loop. And this was the site we stayed in. So it's right next to the Longleaf Trail. We really, really enjoyed this site. Just a beautiful view of the woods. And it's right next to a camper cabin, which is kind of cool. That's camper cabin number 23. And it's across from another camper cabin. I can't remember the number offhand. And it's not too far from the restrooms, which you'll see right there. So it's definitely an easy walk to the restrooms. There's the Kemp bus and pontoon fish. We shot this the day we left, so we rolled her out of the site after we were all packed up so I could shoot the video. We met some really nice folks from Indiana who stayed in that camper cabin and allowed me to shoot the interior of it for our campground review video for this campground. So that was really nice. I really appreciated that. And again, you know, guys, these sites are huge. Lots and lots of room. You can set up anything you want. We set up 2 tents here. We had a screen house cook tent. We parked our boat, parked our van. We had bikes. Just plenty of room for us. Again, water, electric, and sewer hookup, both 30 and 50 amp. You can see the trail right there. So we constantly had people walking the trail and walking by and saying hi. And so that was cool. I always like meeting folks at the campsite. If you're ever camping where we are, stop and say hi for sure. And as you can see, plenty of places to pitch a tent, get comfortable. That's a fire pit with grill grate, a hook to hang a lantern, and a picnic table. And those are the sites in this video. So hopefully you found those video reviews useful. We're doing this every time we go camping all across America to make it easier for you to select a campsite when you're going camping. So as I said, there were no photos on Reserve America for this campground. So hopefully these videos will make it easier for you to select a site. Guys, these sites are fantastic. They're huge. They've got full hookups. They're big enough for any rig. I mean, if you're rolling in there with a huge motorhome or a large fifth wheel with a long tow vehicle, you should have no problem camping at any one of these sites. They're fantastic. The restroom facilities were amazing, nice and clean. We had an absolute blast, and there's a little trail that runs around the back side of the campground. So it's great to just get out there and hike. If you're camping with dogs, go get your dogs a little bit of exercise. We had a blast, guys. We loved that park. So we also spent Thanksgiving there. So if you haven't checked out our What's Cooking episode on how to make a Thanksgiving dinner at the campsite, check that out. I'm going to put a link right up here or down in the description below. We did a whole Thanksgiving dinner with all the trimmings. We cooked the turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and corn and everything, and it was fantastic. We had an absolute blast. So check that out. And then as well, if you're looking for information on the primitive campground, so there's 2 campgrounds at Goose Creek. One is the RV campground. The other one is the primitive campground that's suitable for tents. They do not allow any trailers in there, so no pop-ups. The road is really narrow. But if you haven't yet seen my overview of the primitive campground at Goose Creek, check that out. I'm going to put a link to that right up here and one down in the description below. So guys, Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. So if you're a mom or a dad and you're kind of new to this whole outdoors thing and you want to get your kids outside, we'd love to hear from you. So drop something down in the comments below. If you have any questions, we'd love to answer them, like where to go, what gear do you need, any of that stuff. We'd love to answer that. Or you can hit us up on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter. All the links to those are down in the description below. You can just send us a message there or write a comment on any one of our posts, and we'd love to hear from you. So definitely do that. And guys, so hit that subscribe button. We can't do it without you. We're a growing channel here on YouTube, and we definitely love all the support from our viewers. We really appreciate it. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and hit that like button for me. So Camp Outside releases new videos every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. Our Monday and Tuesday videos are focused on campground and campsite reviews, and our Thursday videos are on a whole wide range of topics from camping to hiking to fishing, how-to videos, tips and tricks, gear reviews, and more. So if you love outdoor content, smash that subscribe and follow along with us. We couldn't do it without you. So guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside. Remember, we are your inside source for all things outside. We love what we do, and we hope it shows. We'll see you next time on Camp Outside. Bye, guys.